waves flow and the wind blows. Your life is always shifting as the sun hits the horizon. A new adventure is calling with the wind in our sails. Who knows where we are going, but the sails will take us there. We are home. We were born to be free, to set sail across the seas, to breathe in life with the ocean breeze. Step into the unknown, into the unknown. On this episode of Sailing MV, we have mobility skills, we attempt to high five, and we have more mobility skills.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless maze. The emptiness had unfolded just like a void, but you broke the coldness somehow and lit up a flame. And
These lovely things that get food, yeah.
I'm going to give it to you on its side, okay?
Perfect. Thank you very much.
I'm not as skilled at this as she
Thank
is.
you.
I can do some of the next one.
Is this your lemon and ginger?
The juices today we have a lot. They're lime and ginger, they're fresh passion fruit, they're healthy juice which is turmeric, ginger and lime, and also we have some straight ginger juice which I thought I'd try.
So ginger, and ginger.
the climb we did was unreal. You made me so speechless. I just can't believe it. You broke the coldness.
Yum, 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 yum. All our fresh fruit and veggies.
Was my enemy, screamed out loud, because it felt impossible in my bones.
Hi, Moisey.
Hello! What's up? Welcome to the hole of no return.
Okay, so what do we have here?
We've got our attempt to waterproof the rudder ledge.
Nice. It's a common problem in Benettos, isn't it?
Well, I'm not sure if it is, but we've noticed some people have mentioned it. I don't
Okay.
know if it's a common problem, but generally you shouldn't have that much water coming in here. The hatches should be good. But you are obviously going to get some water at some point.
So what have you been up to?
Well, basically we got the rudder post, we got the mounting bracket, and obviously it runs down into like a fiberglass holder. And basically what's been happening is water's coming in through this hatch, but we have cleaned it now and it has stopped, and we changed the hatch on deck. Stop water coming in. But water was coming in, kind of sitting on the wood, and then it basically actually had run a lot to the starboard side, and there's some holes in the wood, so the water had got inside and it started to warp it. So I put a clamp on it, and I thought we could epoxy it. The epoxy didn't sit very well on the wood because it's got a finish on it, and it actually just kind of came off. So I decided to have a go with bilge paint because I thought that would maybe work.
Why?
Because bilge paint is pretty tough paint and it's meant to just be pretty grease, waterproof, resistant, and just ideally we just want the water to, if it does come in, it's going to hit the paint or it's going to hit the ledge and run off into the bilge. We don't want it sitting on top.
Nice. Good job, Monty.
See if it works.
Hopefully it does. That was terrible. Do it again. That was also terrible. Hi. Okay, so slightly different this week. It's been 7 days since I sprained my ankle on the hatch, and I just wanted to actually take you through some of the mobility exercises that I've been doing, just to build up some strength around the ankles, just to help let the ligaments heal. And now it's so important to take it easy, especially through the first week while they're beginning to heal, and not to put too much pressure on it. But I've been doing some very gentle movement with the foot, some gentle ankle circles, pointing and flexing the foot, just to help get the movement back into it and to keep it from seizing up completely. And it's working. It's helped so much, and literally within 7 days I'm beginning to find some movement back into the foot. Still taking it easy, but I'm beginning to just add a little bit more into building up a little bit more strength around the ankle again now. So I just wanted to, like I said, take you through some of those mobility exercises. So if you've got a sprained ankle, maybe you can do these with me, or you can save them for a later time. This is what I've been doing, and it's working and helping a lot. So I just thought I'd share with you what I've been doing. So what have you done? Have you sprained or have you fractured your ankle? Well, normally the difference is when you sprain your ankle, there tends to be a pop with the ligaments and the tendons. Depending on how severely you've done it, you may or may not need to go see a doctor or have an x-ray. If you've fractured,
You would feel it. It would be disformed.
so if you fractured your ankle, then you may have heard a crack of obviously the bone. And maybe to start with, you might be able to put a little bit of weight on it, but the pain will build over time to the point that you won't really be able to put any weight on it. Also, there may be similarities in the two where there's going to be swelling and bruising, but the other noticeable difference is you probably will see a bit of deformity in the ankle if it is fractured. Okay, so stretch number 1, gently come onto all fours and then begin to lower the glutes down towards the heels. Just be careful, this is going to stretch out the front of the foot and maybe a little bit painful. Use the arms to support you as you go down. Then begin to tuck the toes under, again bring the glutes down to the heels, and if it feels okay you can come up to sit straight. This will begin to stretch the toes as well. Gently begin to work between the two. The second stretch we're going to do is to stretch out the calf, so gently elevate the toes and begin to lean the hips forward. The gastrocnemius, the calf muscle, runs into the Achilles tendon, so it's a beautiful stretch for around the ankle. So stretch number 3 is a variation of the stretch that we just did. Again, it stretches up the calf and into the hamstring. A slight variation of this though, we're going to begin to roll up onto the ball of the toe, again stretching out the toes. Come over the toes and then begin to tuck them under as you stretch out the front of the foot again. Gently take your time here, and then when you're ready, begin to roll back over the toes. Nice stretch for them there, and then begin to roll your way back down onto the heel. So guys, there were some nice little stretches that you can do on the ankle, and from here on, like, don't push it, okay? So don't overdo it. Really listen to yourself, listen to your body, listen to your ankle more importantly. If it's had enough after that, then just do that gently each day, just slowly building it up, building it up, building it up. The next set of exercises that I'm going to go over are a little bit more to do with strength. So beginning to strengthen the muscles around the ligaments of the ankle. So don't overdo it. If it's not ready or you're not ready for this just yet, give it another bit of time, a few more days, a week, however long you need to give it. Just do those gentle stretches that you just did. Okay, so in this exercise we're working the inversion and the eversion movements of the ankle. So this one is working the inversion, place the heel on a slight elevation and then begin to lift the toes. Keep the toe nice and engaged so that working the extensor of the toe there, which will help heal the ligaments. An add-on will be using a weight, or I've got a sandbag here, just to add a little bit more weight and begin to strengthen the ankle even more. Going on to the eversion movement, elevate the toes this time and then roll onto the toes as you lift up through the heel. Again, keep that toe nice and engaged, keeping that extensor nice and active. Okay, strength number 2. calf raises. So here, take these nice and easy because these can sometimes be a little bit strenuous. So rolling up onto the toes, lifting the heels, and then as you come back down, roll onto the heels and lift the toes up towards the shins, and then just keep moving gently forwards and backwards like that. Strength exercise number 3. So you can see here that I'm actually holding onto the lines from our mast just for a little bit of support as I build the strength into the ankle. My ankle is still a little bit tender, so I'm just taking it easy as I build some strength here, but this is perfect to get the mobility into the ankles. So just keep going up and down gently into your squats. And if you feel like you're stable enough, you can release the arms, reaching them out in front of you. So a slightly more intensified version of the squat here is the single-legged squat. Again, you can use the support of the mast. And then just gently go as low as you can, just being careful of the movement of that ankle. Try and aim to track the knees in the direction of the toes. So the last variation of the squats is coming all the way down into Malasana or Yogi squats. A nice telltale sign that the ankles are pretty tight is that the heels might come off the ground. So you can always use a pillow or a rolled up mat just to give you a little bit of elevation underneath the heels, just to help you as you build that mobility into the ankle. Strength exercise number 4. You're going to come onto all fours, lift the glutes off the ground, and then you're going to begin to work the ankle and the leg as one, bringing it inwards and then outwards. This will actually work the hip nicely as well, but you're moving the whole leg as one here. Finally, our last strength exercise is the bridge. So walk the heels in towards the glutes, feet will be hips distance apart, and then begin to roll onto the shoulders as you lift the hips up off the ground. Really press into the legs, you should feel it in the thighs here, not into the lower back. Taking it a little bit further, we'll be lifting one leg and then the other off the ground. Just try and keep the chin gently away from the chest so you don't compress the throat. Hi guys, so I hope you enjoyed, and I know that was slightly different and obviously may or may not be of use to you unless you're obviously maybe trying to heal a sprained ankle. But my hope is that that video will go out and will be helpful to certain people. So if you or anyone around that you know maybe has a sprained ankle or needs some help with some mobility work, feel free to share our video, like and subscribe for more, and it'd be really awesome to do more stuff like that. So let me know what you think, maybe comment in the comments below, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time.
But the cells will take